Guess what You know who called me today, Barker?
Who?
Jeff.
Who's Jeff?
That works for your company.
Jeff Everhart?
Nope.
Jeff Grimes.
Yes, sir. He wanted to see if we were, if my company was going to play in the golf outing down there.
Oh, yeah?
I'm like, why is he calling me?
Why not?
No, the funny thing is he called my cell phone. Like, which I have legitimately no clue how he got the number. I don't care. It doesn't bother me one bit.
Right.
But it's like, what?
He had your cell phone?
Yeah. Yeah. Because I had a voicemail. It's funny because whenever I was reading the transcription because I was on my work phone and it said last name is Crimes. I'm like, that's not that. That's not it.
Crimes. Crimes and punishment.
And I don't know. We just closed that one. I don't know if they're going to allow me to do it. He was like, well, it's next Thursday. I'm like, maybe. I doubt it, though.
Keep talking.
I wish I could.
Go ahead.
I like golf.
Huh?
I guess what I'm doing tomorrow.
What?
I'm getting paid to golf.
Getting paid to golf.
Yes, I'm a professional golfer.
Yeah.
Tomorrow I'll be making my regular salary and I'll be doing it to golf. So therefore I'm getting paid to golf.
Yes, you are.
Thank God there's no...
Now, I didn't say I was a good professional golfer. However, I'm getting paid to. Didn't hit over here. You were like, I'm an idiot. Or maybe you had all the mics muted except for one. I don't remember what it was.
I don't think that's what it was. Very lackluster game right now, 6-3.
Whenever you picked one of the defenses as your as one of your picks in DraftKings, not really.
No, I got three lineups, and the Carolina defense is in all three.
Well,
two of them they're in the captain spot.
See, I almost did that just to be contrarian. There we go. Curtis Samuel finally went from basically no points to 8. Oh man, that offense confuses me. It's like they have so many of similar skill set guys. I mean, obviously Christian McCaffrey's a different animal, right? Like he's just he's a beast, and he's good at running the ball, breaking tackles, but like open field type plays, he's got similar moves to Curtis Samuel, similar moves to DJ Moore. Like it's almost an enigma to me. Like in the passing game, they could just run the same route with all three guys. You know what I mean?
Boom. All that time, wondering what I had done wrong.
Oh, did you figure it out?
I think so.
That's what happened last time. You spent like 10 minutes wondering what you did wrong, and it was something simple. You're like, I'm an idiot. Were you surprised to see me the other day?
Huh?
Were you surprised to see me at your office the other day?
Well, yes, I was.
I don't want to.
The Back Row Show, brought to you by Lining Googles.
Keep talking.
Pumpkin or summer? It tastes like whatever season you want it to taste like. Dude,
It does. It just tastes like it's like a big bottle of fall.
you know they
That's
need
all it is.
they need an Oktoberfest. Let me try that. I hate pumpkin beer, but I'll try it.
God, I don't want to drink.
Dude, I only
after
have
you.
like one thing that you can't cure. Just one.
It's good. Smooth.
That tastes like pumpkin pie.
I know. It's delicious.
That's pretty.
It's delicious.
That probably is the best pumpkin beer I've ever had. And I don't like pumpkin beer.
Well, the last one I had, the Blue Moon, it tastes pretty similar, so it's pretty good.
I didn't like that one though.
I didn't know you tried it.
Well, maybe I did. Actually, no.
Wow.
I think I smelled it, and I'm like, no, I've had that before. I don't like it.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I'll be honest with you. I'm just lying to you at this point. Damn it! Why didn't I go with a kicker? That's what I should have
I
done.
know, right?
I did that last year, and I think it was in a playoff game, game DraftKings. I picked both teams' kickers and both teams' defenses, and I was like, I had one. I picked a stud skill player, obviously, right? It's like two. I think I picked two.
Yeah, you know, all kind of money left.
Yeah. But I almost went completely contrarian and just like, dude, I'm just going to just go cheap because I just feel like all these guys are just, the defenses are too good.
Yeah.
It ended up just being like some trash player got the most points. It was nothing too. It was like 75 yards and a touchdown is basically what won it. And it was a stud player. I'm like, I hate you. I hate you, DraftKings. And it was a captain game too. So you pick your captain,
Mhm.
and I put one of the defenses as the captain, and the other defense was what won. This is horseshit.
I won $80 in baseball today off $3.
Legitimately wouldn't even know what to do.
Pretty happy about that. Finished third in one of the tournaments I was in.
Freaking OJ Howard hurt or something?
I mean, he didn't have an injury designation, but I know earlier in the week they said he was limited.
Is Ronald Jones? I mean, this is a 6-3 game, and apparently neither one of the OJ Howard hasn't been targeted, and Ronald Jones hasn't caught a ball yet, or excuse me, rushed the ball yet.
He has 2 carries,
Oh, for 0 yards apparently.
0 yards.
What a piece of crap. Barker, we should have put the game one up here, so whenever you're talking, I can watch the game.
I did sit OJ Howard in the league I have him in, though. I was pretty happy about that so far. For Delaney Walker.
Dude, Delaney's like just ageless. If he's not hurt, he's so good.
Yeah. He's got a good matchup this week. At home against the Colts.
Is that the? They almost put down L.A. L.A. They almost put down L.A.
Yeah, they did. No, I mean, I like the Colts, but I think it's a good matchup for Walker.
Yeah.
Guys talk about football.
What is that? What kind of IPA is that? Everyone's talking about.
More Moreland?
Is that that's the Belgium IPA, isn't it? Someone was telling me, oh, you gotta try New England IPAs. It's where it's at. All right, dude, I'll try it.
I don't do anything from New England. Although if we go with CLSN or whatever that is network, it's a change our tune a little bit.
CLNS.
Thanks. CLNS. Hello, everybody that's checking out the stream.
Hi, Bauer.
Yeah. Hi, Bauer. And maybe just Bauer, maybe? You think it's just Bauer?
Probably.
I don't know if Lambert has to work tonight. He's probably watching.
Hi, Michael. Hello, Michael.
When we sat down, I didn't think you guys were going to drink, and it really upset me.
Oh, no.
This is how I get a few beers in with my friends.
Oh, I've got friends in small places,
I was gonna go small spaces. but
small spaces. I don't like that kind of music. Just throwing that out there.
I love it. Garth Brooks, one of the greatest artists to ever live.
I agree.
Ruin country music.
How could you say that?
Stop it.
You didn't. What country music did you like before Garth Brooks?
Johnny Cash.
He's great. One of the all-time best. Who is it? What the fuck?
Small spaces.
Small
I hate you guys. Are you watching this on Twitch right now?
No, he was just showing me a picture of you from a long time ago.
No, it wasn't.
Very,
He's showing you a comment.
very not flattering.
How about you shut your mouth, Arms?
No, I'm
God,
curious.
For once, just shut up.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Dad.
Here. What? We're back. One of the best parts about watching the early stream of the Back Row Fantasy Show is just some of the beautiful conversation that we have, you know?
Although we still have to protect identities of people that don't know they'd be on the show. So
Right. So, what can we talk about pre-show that people would enjoy, like non-sports for people?
is there any non-sports?
I mean, there technically is.
Is that a thing?
I got to download a new thing anyway, so a new chat client for the online stream.
So I just completely random here. Men in Black, the entire series, cannot stop watching them.
I got the new one. I just got it, like my buddy Mark McCown sends me.
I haven't seen the new one. Is that the one you're talking about?
Thanks, Mark, if you're saying. I really
without Will
appreciate those
Smith?
codes. Yeah,
Okay.
with the Josh Brolin and a girl from Creed who's awesome.
So is it set like a prequel? Because Josh Brolin was in the second to last one with Will Smith.
Who is it? Maybe people can help us and tell
I
us.
think it's Josh Brolin.
Not sure.
Played Young K.
Hux, get your mic close
Anyhow.
and talk so I can see what's going on.
Okay, buddy. Here I am. Is that good?
Here I am. Hux you like a hurricane. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, that was good.
Anyhow, I was that's the reason I was a little later than I anticipated being, is it was on TV. I'm like, ooh, what's this? Oh wait, there's football, and I should probably watch it. I have a podcast about it.
Ooh, piece of candy.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, piece of candy.
Ooh, piece of candy.
Ooh, piece of candy.
Chris Hemsworth.
Thor.
That's what I thought.
Thor.
But then you had me thrown so off when you said Josh Brolin. I'm like, was it a dark-haired guy?
Thor. Old Thor.
Good old Thor. Burger, I don't know what these purple things you've got on the wall are. They look good. Don't get me wrong, but they also look like pillows, and I want to go to sleep.
What looks like pillows?
That and those. I think
I'm kind of like
I like it.
I'm not meaning this in a blasphemous way, but I'm kind of like Jesus. I'm a carpenter.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not much of a fisherman, but you
Hey,
know,
listen. He only needed one.
the studio.
He fed 5,000 or whatever the number was in the Bible.
I carpentered this place up. You know.
You did a good job. I really like your drywall work that you paid someone to do.
Yeah. Thanks, Brett. Appreciate it. I want to stop the stream, but use the chat. How do I do that?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Mm-hmm.
Is the game too boring? No, the game's not too boring. I thankfully get to have a retreat with my wife over the weekend for our anniversary, and we had to record on Thursday night, and there is no time other than the game. So, John Eddie, is the game too boring for you? So, since you're commenting on our live stream, what do you think, buddy? Maybe you're the one that's bored. Ever consider that?
Or we're quality family entertainment.
Yeah.
Just like remember the one comment you made where it's like, get off here, go teach your kids about. I'm like, no, don't do that.
Gotta quit bringing that up. Tori, you were watching. You still there? Go Curtis Samuel, says McGinnis. Tori, if you are there you are. Hey, this is the space if you ever want to come record here, because I'm still digging everything you put out. It's not a bad space. It's a good time.
Godwin's lighting it up as well.
Good time, Tori. Good time. Glad I met your acquaintance.
You met her acquaintance?
I'll take words out of my mouth, son.
Godwin with the receiving touchdown, 79 yards. Should have made him.
He was
captain.
He was correct. The calls on Godwin were correct. What's up, Michael Meadows? I don't know how soon you guys want to start. I'm kind of enjoying. Maybe we won't do a show tonight. Maybe we'll just be like, "Hi, hey,
Hi, different person.
hey,
Hi.
hey."
Sorry, I don't know to look at the mic. Is
Hey.
this right?
Hey there,
Is this
guy.
right? I don't. Okay, if I can't see
You
my.
see that
I don't
piece
know what
of
to do with my hands.
See that piece of technology up there? The
we're idiots.
yeah, we have a good time. That's what we do. I just want to use the chat without watching the video.
Should be a way to do it.
McGinnis is trying to get me to trade Curtis
Cool,
Samuel
Tori.
straight up for Pettis. It's always no.
It's always a no. It's kind of like American Idol or whatever.
It's
a no from me. It's a
I thought that
no from me.
I thought that was Shark Tank. No, I'm out.
Oh, Meadows. He still want. So, yeah, new blood.
Yeah.
Meadows really wants this guy's name changed. Like, Meadows is a big Seahawks fan. Michael Meadows, mutual friend of Travis, now friend of mine, and he's a big Seahawks fan. There's a team in the league called the Rain City Bitch Pigeons.
Love it.
And Meadows keeps saying, like, dude, make that guy change his name or I'm out. So since I didn't change his name, now he took my name. He's the Las Vegas Vandals, and I changed my names to the what the hell did I change it to?
If it's Carolina Copperbeard, I'll stab you.
Emerald City Pond Flamingos, because it's another slam on Seattle. So yeah, we've got requests to sing.
I don't
Yeah,
I don't sing.
really sing.
I would love if Arms sang.
No, you wouldn't.
No, I would.
Mm-mm.
I would.
Listen, one night when me, Shots, and Lambert used to always go to Chillicothe and get smashed on random Wednesdays. We'd go play pool with B-Dubs with an old guy. God rest his soul, he's passed away. Greatest pool player I've ever seen in my life.
Mm-hmm.
Went to the dock karaoke night, and everyone's like, "All right, yeah, get a song, do a song." Like, the only song I felt comfortable singing was "Every Rose Has Its Thorn."
Let's
You
do
don't
it.
no, you don't realize how bad your voice sounds until you can hear it reverberating back to you through giant speakers. And I'm like, I'm probably never going to sing again.
Every rose has its thorn.
Nope.
Come on, Arms. Just like every night has its dawn. You gotta go won, won.
You're
Like
you're be-
won.
you're better at this. Oh, speaking of which, I'm sorry about that thing. It reminded me, Letterkenny. I don't know which one's Riley, which one's Jonesy. The long-haired one. Did you know he plays in the Descendants movies?
I mean, I do now. You've talked about it a lot.
Yeah,
That-
like 3 episodes in a row.
I don't think any of our listeners have heard about it. So
Just like
why don't you guys just
every
go
cowboy
yourselves?
sings a sad, sad song.
Every rose has its thorn.
Take it away, Hux.
No, I'm good.
Or is it, at this point, it's been a while, love, but I can still feel so much pain.
See, I really enjoy your
What is it
singing.
after that?
It's good.
It's good.
like
We'll talk. We'll
the
do the
wound healed
actual
but
show
scarred-
soon.
What is it? Just said like a knife. The wound healed, but the scar remains. I don't know.
I don't know.
I do not know.
Oh, mother effer.
I could do.
Like every cowboy sings a shad song.
You ever heard The General by Dispatch? It's basically a guy talking. Like, there was a decorated general with a heart of gold. Stories, or liking him to old stories he told. It's basically him talking.
You
Don't
got-
quit
you-
now, brother. Keep
so
singing.
You got them going. You might as well just keep
I don't
going.
remember all the words. Those men that could go home. I have seen the Lambert knows it, and it's gonna piss me off because he'll come on and just kill it. Me and Lambert have hung out a lot over the years. We'd go to random parties. Some guy would have a guitar, just randomly start playing songs, and Lambert sings, and the guys every time, man, you got a good singing voice. Lambert's like, nah. He's like, no, you should sing. And Lambert's like, no.
I just don't remember. I don't
What the hell's
remember
the
what
other
the
song.
Got a vote of confidence. You are a good singer.
I am not a good singer. Thank you, though. Whoever
Was
said
that
that.
Sean Connery doing Poison? Every rose has a thorn. Every cowboy sings a sad song. Every rose has a
I'll tell you another good song I really like.
The Hunt for Red Roses.
St. John by Cold War Kids.
Yeah.
I really like songs to where they are. It's like they're damn near just telling a story. Like the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. They're just telling a story about it. I don't know why those songs like enthrall me.
Enthrall. Good word. Good word. You guys ready to talk about?
I'll go.
Ready to talk about football?
You ready to talk about football?
Are you ready to talk about football?
I'm ready to talk about football.
Password.
Hooks.
I don't know my old password. I don't remember the password. Kind of sucks. What's up, Stoops?
The great Stoops.
Oh, Stoops is my boy.
Stoops, weren't you going to record a song for me once? Answer that.
Talking to you, Stoops.
Answer that on chat there, Chief.
Talking to you, Stoops.
Come on, Super Chieftain.
Palm trees. Select the images with palm trees. Will do.
Oh, dude, I hate that. Especially whenever it's just barely in a tiny
terrible.
corner of a square. You're like, come on.
Every rose. Sorry. I am really trying to get this.
Stoops, if I make a couple edits to the song that I think I forwarded it to you at one point. If I make a couple edits, will you record it for me?
You won't be able to hear him if he responds.
Will you? I know I can't hear him, but can you tell me if he says yes or no?
He said you don't want that.
I do. Someone needs to do it because I poured my heart and soul into that song. The wreck of the Cleveland Browns.
He got hot. He got hot really quick.
He did.
Wonder boy, what is the secret of your powers? Wonder boy, won't you take me far away from the mucky muck man? Yeah, ow! Young nasty man. That's Hux. Hux
He is young nasty man.
He's young nasty man.
Dude, I should start calling my nephews that because
Watch
I
him,
have no
watch him
clue.
fly. Take out your broadsword. Slice its throat! I give up on the chat thing, so we're not going to be chatting, I guess, except for Facebook. I had this all set up, and I forgot the damn password.
Ah, well, stupid dummy. Hey, I don't mean to be critical, but I'm going to.
Okay.
Can you put some distress in our football? The rest of it looks awesome. Then the football's all pristine.
I can put some distress somewhere.
Is that a threat? Are you threatening me?
Are you threatening me?
I only follow you on Twitter due to contractual obligations.
Okay. I guess me and you work tomorrow, so I guess we need to get this rolling.
Yeah.
I guess. Unfortunately,
I mean, technically, I'm golfing tomorrow, so. But I got to be at work early,
Yeah.
so I may or may not have forgot to do the schedule next week.
happens.
Oops.
All right.
Whoopsie daisies.
Whoopsie daisies, indeed. Okay. Don't let me forget about my bookie. I plug that in middle of the show.
Call to action.
Okay. Think we're good. You ready?
Yep.
Nope.
Are you ever?
I'm ready.
Oh, you're ready now.
Ready.
All right. Today on the Back Row Fantasy Show, we talk Week 2 starts and sits and talk about some news around the league. Follow us at the Back Row Show on Twitter or follow us individually. Just go on Twitter. You'll figure it out.
Figure it out.
Figure it out. Rate, review, subscribe. Week 2 on the Back Row Fantasy Show starting now.
Welcome to the Back Row Fantasy Show with your hosts Jeremy Barker and Aaron Arms.
I knew you was going to do that. I had 100% in my mind that you were going to do that. You haven't done it in a while.
I save it for special occasions.
Okay.
Welcome again to the Back Row Fantasy Show. It's me, Bark, and to my left is Arms, as always.
Good morning.
Very consistent, Mr. Arms.
Yes.
And Mr. Consistent number 2 to my right is Hux.
Hey, what's up?
Number 2.
The freaking excitement out of that guy.
Dude, I mean,
pouring out of his
I know.
pores.
I just can't stand to be around it. Like, if I'm down in a bad mood.
Pretty excited. I'm not gonna lie.
You look freaking excited. Anybody watching the stream, like, you see Hux? That is
Pure
what excitement.
excitement.
That's what pure adrenaline looks like.
Absolutely. I mean, you're so animated.
Right.
It's crazy.
I do love this man. I gotta say that. I mean, he's
I'm a good dude.
Sweet. Yeah. Hux is a great dude.
He's a great dude.
He's a sweet
Oh,
man.
he's a great guy.
Sweet man.
Yeah.
Sweet
Okay.
man.
Thanks.
So, we're not watching Thursday Night Football. Yes, that might be blasphemous out of a fantasy football podcast, but we're not watching it. Obligations, man. I've got a busy weekend ahead. Probably the best weekend of my life, to be honest. Pure relaxation. If you're over 30 and you know what getting away from your kids is like
I was
for
gonna
2
say,
days,
so in other words, your kids aren't going to be around.
boom, right on the bullseye. No kids, 2 days. So I'm leaving tomorrow afternoon. Friday's our normal recording day. Had to be switched to Thursday. Yada, 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 yada. Shut the hell up, Bark.
Bingo.
Boom. Huck's
Bam.
excitement.
Pow.
Huck's excitement.
Ka-chow.
He's like Adam West with
Yeah, he
vigor.
is. It's amazing.
Full of Batman like vigor. So let's talk about some things. Arms, I know you've got some things to talk about.
The little bit of recap from last week.
Let recap, yes, but let's also talk recent happenings. Hunter Henry and
What-
out indefinitely.
Yeah, water's wet.
I know, but Hunter Henry, people were counting on him. He's out. Going to be out for a while.
Hey, listen, if you've been a fan of the show for a long time, I had similar criticisms about Keenan Allen. Right? Can't put him too high just because of the injury history. They're fluke. I get it. You can't predict injury, but for the love of God, like, you shouldn't have had Hunter Henry in your top 5. He's never played a full season. If he has, I don't remember it. He's been in the league, what, 4 or 5 years and been injured, what, 4 or 5 years?
Yeah.
And it's not like turf toe. Like, the dude's like, oh, man, what happened? Oh, I fractured my kneecap. Oh.
Yeah. Not good.
That sounds serious. Yeah, but they didn't put him on IR, which is interesting
They did
to
not.
me.
They said 4 to 6 weeks, so we'll see.
Antonio Brown. I mean, it's not every man.
Get him out of the league.
I got to be
At this point, just get him out of the league.
Got to be careful what I say about just the one thing that comes to mind, the one thing that sticks out in my mind, because I'm gross. I'm in my late 30s and I'm gross, but dude really unloads on someone's back. Like, if that's true, really? Like, you just go unload on some. I mean, me and Arms, yeah, it's one thing.
No,
That's one thing.
That is not one thing.
That's one thing. But Antonio Brown and someone that's supposed to be his personal trainer? Like, I know there's two definitions to personal trainer, but she was not the XNXX version of personal trainer.
Okay.
Showed my wife that tonight, by the way. She was just having a moment. I was like, go watch some porn. And I was like, xnxx.com. She's like,
yeah,
how
like-
do you know that? I was like, who doesn't know that?
It's in my favorites.
Right?
It's in my. I got stock in the company.
There's what's it? Hey, Jeremy, why'd this come up on predictive text? Don't worry about it. No,
Yeah.
don't worry about it.
Meant to type in xylophone. And
Yeah.
somehow, some way, I didn't get a xylophone.
I was looking for Zysol, the allergy medication or whatever it is, and accidentally typed this in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, at least it's not as obvious as Pornhub, right? I mean, you say XNXX to a room full of normal people, and they're like, "What is this you speak of?"
So
Bearded men, they're gonna be like,
McGinnis just messaged me that there's a glare coming off mine and Hux's heads.
Of course there is.
Well, McGinnis, guess what? We can see ourselves over there in a monitor, and you're lying.
Absolutely. Let's
I
Piece
think
of
you look
crap.
good.
Thank you.
let's get
You
into
look
it.
pretty.
Antonio Brown, will we see him on the field this season? Is he
Yes.
going to play week 2?
He
Yes.
will.
Yes.
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 Okay. I agree. I think he'll play week 2. He'll play until obviously someone says he can't. But will that happen?
Man, I don't know. I mean, obviously, whatever happens, she's charges have to be filed, which they are. Man, at this point, I just feel like the Patriots just get away with everything. So, what the hell? Whatever. If Josh Gordon was a Brown, he'd never play football again. I said that, on a show a few weeks ago. They just get away with everything. Of course, he's going to play. I mean, freaking Goodell and Kraft are BFFs.
Yeah. Yeah. He'll probably play. He'll probably play most of the season, but do we want him in fantasy? Are we going to hold on to him, or are we trying to trade him for what we could get? I'm trying to get anything I can. I'll let him play game 2, blow up, and I'm going to try really hard to get rid of him.
I'll be honest with you. If I'm going to trade for him, it's going to be a big downgrade on talent to the other guy. Like I told Denny in our main league, the league of record, hey, I'll give you Golden Tate and something. Like, we'll see what we can work out. And I wasn't joking. Like, I don't know if the guy's going to play all year or play next year. You know, like it's keeper league.
We're taking a chance on, right?
Yeah,
I mean, for a guy that's an aging veteran, a Fitz, a Golden Tate, maybe a young guy, Samuel Debo. Even though I love Debo, I'm just throwing names out
Debo
there.
Samuel. It's not Samuel Debo.
Samuel Debo.
Still Debo Samuel.
Good old
you did
Samuel
that last
Debo.
show. I
Good
wanted
old-
to strangle you.
Would you trade Samuel Debo for him?
No. It's the Samuel Debo, yes. Debo Samuel, no.
Okay.
Yes.
What about
Wait,
Pettis
wait, hold on. If I have Antonio Brown, I reject a Debo Samuel trade.
Yeah.
You're not taking Debo?
No.
Or
No.
you're not getting rid of Debo?
I would get rid of Debo to get AB.
Yeah, I would too.
I mean, the upside is insane. I mean, we don't know what Debo Samuel is yet. We know what AB is.
That's true. Well, what if you ramped it up a notch and went A.J. Brown or Terry McLaurin? Guys that produced well in week 1.
Let's not overreact yet.
It's,
I'm just asking.
Yeah, I
I'm not
know,
saying
it's-
I
it's
didn't
still
give
AB.
a take. I'm just.
I mean, Marquise Brown, A.J. Brown, Terry McLaurin all had great weeks, but I'm not ready to give up AB for one of these. Now, if I'm in a rebuild type mode and I've got AB and he's one of, the last solid players I've got, and someone has 2 of those guys, which I know is a lot to ask, I'd take a chance on 2 of those guys.
Oh yeah, me too. If somebody tossed out Paris Campbell and Terry McLaurin, like, yeah, no brainer.
You're not even that big of an Ohio State
Yeah.
fan. You just sound like a super homer, though.
But no, it's not just. I'm talking about. I've been trying to trade for
Like
Paris
if
Campbell.
they had
so-
Mike Weber and Beanie Wells,
What about Samuel Debo?
that person doesn't play in the league.
What about Watkins, Sammy? My bad. My bad. I'm
Sam-
sorry.
All right. Would you trade Sammy Watkins because he's still young?
Yeah.
Would you trade? Which side wins,
Give me Sammy.
Sammy or AB?
Give me Sammy. But I'm the same guy that traded Brandon Marshall after he put himself through a glass coffee table. I was like, nah, you're done. You're no longer a
I don't know,
vandal.
that's really tough.
That is tough. And if you've listened to the show long enough, we are not big Sammy fans.
No, not at all.
We admit all the talent in the world. He just doesn't put it together.
It's just inconsistency.
Yeah.
It's.
He's had one year of 1,000 yards, I think.
What was that year with the Rams? 8 touchdowns on 30 receptions, something like
Yeah,
that. Something
38.
fluky
Yeah,
and
it was
crazy.
stupid.
Yeah.
You know, I a single digit output for half the season is going to lose you fantasy games.
And you're not going to get that out of AB. You're going to get double digits out of him all year.
As long as he plays.
There's your downside.
As long as he plays.
I would,
That's the scary part.
as crazy, I would probably take Sammy Watkins right now.
I would too. I mean, if I can
still
get
don't know.
anything of value,
It'd be close.
I think you got to get your value and run. I mean, you could be. I could be wrong, and AB plays 2-3 years, but I'm not taking the risk.
It's like right.
You could end up with nothing.
Right
you could end
now-
up with absolutely nothing.
I'll say I guess I'll call it a similar situation, but unrelated. Like I've got Darius Geis. Darius Geis had a ton of value leading up to the season.
That's who I was bringing up next.
Oh well, great transition. Good segue.
Nice transition. Just like Tool, very very Tool-like with your transitions.
Thank you.
Dun-dun-dun.
I don't know what you're talking about. Anyhow,
Darius Geis.
but he had a ton of value, and it's like another knee injury, right? 2 years in a row.
And he's out indefinitely. It's not like 3-4 weeks.
It's 6 to 8. He's getting surgery, but it could also be worse than anticipated whenever they get in there. So
had surgery.
we don't
already.
know. Oh, he already had it.
This morning,
Okay.
yep.
Out indefinitely.
Well,
You know what
It is-
indefinitely means? Dude's probably not coming back.
no, that'd put him on IR.
No, that's their way of saying like he might be. He'll probably be good in 6 weeks, but as soon as he gets on the field, he's out indefinitely again.
Mm-hmm. But
Can't trust him.
his value is so low right now, as far as I'm concerned. Like, you could have got. I mean, you're not going to get a premium player, but you know, after the Melvin Gordon holdout, before week 1, you could have probably got, you know, maybe thrown a little bit in with Darius Geis to get Melvin Gordon. You can't even do that now.
No, if you got guys, you might as well just hold on to them.
Yeah.
You're not going to get anything for them, really.
I saw in one of my leagues, like it was, I hate to misquote it, but Geis basically went for a first. Like after the injury, someone gave up a future first for Geis. A believer, obviously. An arms kind of guy.
I'm starting to question myself. Though. I
I'm
mean,
a
is he going to be?
believer.
Is he going to be
if I could get
Marcus
a first, I'd
Lattimore
trade him.
again? Is he going to be the second coming Marcus Lattimore? And that terrifies me a little bit.
It's a little scary. I mean, Lattimore ended up basically being a wasted pick. So another one of your guys. Bryce Love's one of your guys. You like the injured guys.
I do, but I like him
You
before
like
they're
them.
injured.
You like them broken. You want to
I
fix
like
them.
I like my men brittle.
You like your men brittle and you want to fix them. You're a fixer.
He
You're
likes,
kind of like
he likes the small running backs also.
I do. Noel Devine, baby. Listen,
Steve Slayton.
I love Steve Slayton.
I just long for the years of Barry Sanders again. Like watching Barry Sanders play.
Yeah, but those guys weren't even built like Barry Sanders.
No, but that's their whole game. The style of play. It was all agility, right? Quick cuts and quick bursts. Like I love that, and it doesn't currently translate to the NFL because Barry Sanders wasn't just that. He would also break up a tackle from a 300-pound guy. You know, Noah Devine gets blown over by a 300-pound guy's
So
wind.
Barry Sanders would break tackles from us, is what you're trying to say.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, easy.
Yeah.
Roll right over.
Yeah, we would also never touch him. Anyhow,
Danny Husen. So
speaking
yeah.
of Barry Sanders, sorry to cut you off.
No, go.
No,
Have
go
at
ahead.
it.
Saquon last week.
I mean, it's his show, right?
It is.
It's.
Did okay. Thank you. I appreciate you. Do you want to turn your mic towards me too, so I can get extra? All right, I appreciate that. No, I sound even better. Thanks. No,
Hey, you will take this one over there.
what you think the boom will reach?
Yeah.
But did you see the cuts that Saquon was doing, dude?
Just you tell us. We're the audience.
Shut up. Get back on your mic.
You see how I just listened to him?
Yeah,
I was
know.
just like,
Saquon looks as advertised. It's like he's going to do everything he did last year again. The only problem is they're going to suck again.
Yeah, Giants are terrible.
It's so bad. It's so bad. But man, he's just electric. Scary fast, scary quick, and can do anything. I that whenever I say I long for the days of Barry Sanders again, he might be that guy. He's just bigger.
And who is that guy? Who is that guy?
Saquon?
Okay, I make sure it wasn't Geis. Sometimes I just get a little. I know you're
Oh,
just,
no.
as high on Geis. So
No, I'm not just as high on Geis, but Geis he's an angry runner, whereas Saquon's an elusive runner.
okay, I'm with you there. Recap last week. Let's talk about who we are buying that performed, who we're not buying,
Okay.
and who we expected what we expected. Like who put up the day that we just expected.
Okay.
First thing, I think we got to start with Lamar Jackson. It's only 1 week, but he is the creme de la creme right there with Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott's good. Can we just go ahead and admit we were wrong? Dak Prescott's good.
It's 1 week.
Yeah, it's
It's
1 week.
1 week. Hold on, it's
I
1 week.
know, but
But I'll tell you right now, I'll fire up Dak Prescott this week. I own no Dak Prescott shares, but if he's cheap in DraftKings, FanDuel, dude, he's worth playing.
just saying, guys, we hated on. I didn't hate on Lamar. I've liked Lamar.
I have
But-
a non-popular sit play this week we'll get to.
Is it Dak?
Dak and Sammy, both just massive this week. And those are two guys that we generally haven't been very high on.
I think Sammy's still going to have maddening inconsistency.
I do too. I still think he's inconsistent, but I am willing to finally say Dak now has the weapons. Dak is a better quarterback than I thought he was.
He didn't look like he has in the past.
I never thought he was just terrible. I just thought he was overrated.
I thought he was bad.
I just
But
thought he was
apparently,
overrated.
whenever you throw, 3 pretty good wide receivers on the team,
Tastes like a Christmas tree.
he can just. He
all
was
the
just
seasons
throwing
in there.
dimes, man. He looked good.
Summer, fall, Christmas.
Yeah, we've got every kind of brew in here possible. We've got
Nothing
pumpkin
springy.
beer, pine tree beer,
Shandy, a little lemonade beer.
lemonade beer.
So good.
We're not manly enough to drink actual beer, I guess. We're
I
just
drink
like,
actual beer all the time.
me too
Unfortunately,
much
that's the reason
about
I'm fat. If I didn't drink beer so much, I'd have 6-pack abs.
anyways, that's my fault for straying, but I think Dak's okay. Lamar Jackson, can he keep this up?
This no.
No. Yeah, well, you're right. He's not going to throw 5 touchdowns a game, but is he going to be a good enough? Someone's throwing ability too much, like Josh Allen. People just he's not accurate enough. He's this, he's that. Turnover machine. Yeah, week 1 he was a turnover machine,
First half.
but I
definitely.
mean, the guy's got arm talent.
Absolutely.
Lamar Jackson wouldn't even be in the league. He wouldn't have been a first-round pick. You don't draft a quarterback in the first round, even though it was the last pick in the first round, because they can run. If you're going to do that, I mean, you might as well put Julian Edelman at quarterback for any team. So I believe in Lamar.
The craziest thing about Lamar is I watched a lot of the highlights. It's not one of the games I watched. I mean, because it would have been off at halftime playing a new game because it was over. But like he has the shortest delivery I think I've ever seen. It's just like he's just throwing darts. There's no wind up, nothing behind the back. He just. But it was on the money, and I know it's the Dolphins. I get it.
Yeah, I'm interested to see against a good defense.
But-
not gonna see it this week against Arizona, but
But how are the how are the defensive backs? I mean, that's something you got to think about.
Well,
Are the Dolphins DBs that bad?
no.
no, the Dolphins DBs are not that bad, but looking back on the game tape, Eric Rowe was that bad. Eric Rowe got burnt to a crisp. Minka got burnt to a crisp on a play. It's Hollywood Brown. I
was
mean,
gonna say, but-
he can burn just about anyone to a crisp, seemingly. I mean, he did in college. Now apparently he's going to do it in the pros. But
There's going to be some regression back to the mean for him. He's going to be a normal player. He's not going to be 150, 170 yards a week.
no,
But I do think Lamar Jackson is a viable fantasy start, and I will go after all Lamar Jackson shares I can get while the price is high. Because I think after you give him 3 or 4, he does this against Arizona. He's going to have something similar against Arizona.
there's probably a lot of guys selling high, but it's not as high as we think.
Yeah,
So, I mean, I still think he's attainable. So, if you don't have a top-tier quarterback, like if you're rolling a Sam Darnold out or rolling a Gardner Minshew out, we'll
Did
talk about
you,
him shortly, but
Sam Darnold out for mono.
yeah, out for mono.
The Jets had to implement a no kissing policy in the locker room.
No,
The Sports Onion posted that. I'm like,
no comment.
that's good.
Zero comment. Let's move on. McCaffrey made his case for the 1-1. Like,
He did.
deservedly. A lot of people took him as the 1-1 over Saquon. He is rewarding them by getting just as many touches so far as he did last season. Again, we're 1 week in, but they're not going to go away from McCaffrey. So
They're not, but if we look at tonight's game, he has 30 rushing yards into at halftime. I mean, into the third quarter by 5 minutes.
well, he can very easily.
I'm just saying, he's only got 1 reception.
Yeah, not well. Off night so far. A lot of game left.
It's Tampa Bay.
You know how that goes.
He's playing Tampa Bay. I don't know if you realize that. Like that's. I'll take Saquon still as my creme de la creme. CMC, Alvin Kamara, they're all right there.
Case Keenum, is he going to hold off Dwayne Haskins all season?
No, they're going to keep losing. That's how I feel about that.
Thought Washington looked okay.
Yeah,
I
they
thought they
did.
looked
I mean-
okay too.
I mean, they've got an okay defense. Adrian Peterson's going to be okay at running back. Terry McLaurin, Kelvin Harmon. Kelvin Harmon, from undrafted to getting playing time from the get-go. We knew Kelvin Harmon was at least good enough to be on the team, let alone play some snaps. Austin Eckler. How big are we on Austin Eckler after week 1? Me,
I'm pretty high on him myself.
pretty high on him. I mean, he just looked good.
I'm not going to, play him as my RB1 all season like he performed this week.
I think I will.
I think there's going to be a lot of share and there's going to be a lot of hot hand.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Eckler has always been fantasy relevant. He's always been pretty good. He's never had this clear cut of an opportunity to just be the guy. Oh, what do you have to lose by giving him 20 carries a game? I know he's small and he might not be able to handle it, but you've got other guys that could jump in if something
And
happened.
Melvin Gordon's already said he's coming back basically before his contract's voided.
Well, yeah, but it's a good ways off.
Yeah, it is. It is. And I mean, he's unfortunately for Melvin Gordon, what happened with James Conner last year when Le'Veon Bell left. Now it's kind of looking similar. Austin Eckler's looking like a stud now that Melvin Gordon's not in. I mean, I wonder if this is going to start driving running backs back out of the first round. Not the first round of fantasy drafts, but the first round of the real, the real NFL draft.
Yeah, I mean, it could. I mean, it obviously didn't help Gordon's case any to get paid.
Yeah.
So,
We'll see how the next few weeks play out, but it's
I mean, and with Hunter Henry going down, I mean, he's only going to be more involved.
more involved, but is he going to be better? Because,
I mean,
obviously,
He's not going to be better than what he just did. He did 3 touchdowns.
Yeah,
I was
it's
going to say,
pretty
as much as I crack on Hunter Henry's health, I mean, he was still there.
Yeah.
He still had to be accounted for, so.
I'll touch on this quickly. Mahomes still looks good. Still looks like I don't believe Lamar can hold up that kind of production. Dak's not going to hold up that kind of production. Patrick Mahomes still in a tier by himself. I think he is.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. I still, there's going to be regression. He's not putting up 50 touchdowns again.
No. Well,
I mean, he's on pace. I mean,
1 week.
16 weeks
We'll
this
see.
season, 3 a week. It's right around there, so.
Let's do short snippets. Tom Brady still looks ageless.
Jesus criminy.
New England Patriots aren't going to be any worse.
Freaking
so
go away, Tom.
there's no hope for us that we're hoping Tom Brady would just all of a sudden suck. It's not going to happen.
I agree. Not
So-
sadly.
Sadly, Tom Brady, I think you can still just fire him right up. Biggest name so far, running down the list of big performances, John Ross.
No,
I'm
not buying it.
I'm not buying that at all.
He had some bad drops. That's what we look at the stat line and we think, "Woo, John Ross." He had some drops, and they were bad ones. So, but he also made one hell of a dent in the game.
Dude,
So
what did he have? Like 3 catches for 175 yards? I mean, it was stupid.
it was more than 3 catches, I believe. He had 7 receptions, 158 yards, and 2. That's
If you have John Ross, my first question is why? But
for that reason, apparently. And no, I'm with you. I'm
But
with you. I would not have
I-
traded for John Ross before this season unless he was dirt cheap and I had a roster spot to burn.
I wouldn't have rostered him. And guess what? You probably didn't start him unless your wide receivers were bad.
Yeah, unless your name's Ryan Haith.
Yeah.
guy that's in one of our league of record, you wouldn't have started John Ross.
Are you comfortable? Like, he's got to do it fairly consistent. I don't necessarily expect him to do 150 yards. Give me 2 75-yard games in a row before I'm ready to start him.
So if he catches 6 balls for 100 yards and a touchdown next week, where are you at?
At that point, you kind of have to play him. But I'm still not a buyer.
I'm not buying him yet. But, I mean, I am interested in the Bengals offense. I mean, Dalton throws over 400 yards first time in his career.
Right.
I mean, it's
possible we never knew what they could do without Marvin Lewis gone.
Yeah. So I mean,
their running game, Mixon has a chance to come back, but their running game, I don't trust Gio Bernard at all.
No.
So we'll see. John Ross, I'm not buying him either, but I've my eyes are open now at least. I mean, this is the best game of his career. He's a third-year wide receiver. You never know.
He's fast. He's super fast. The fastest combine 40 ever. But think the peaks and valleys. Like, his peak to me is Deshaun Jackson. Like, it's the best he's ever going to be. Which
pretty good.
It
Pretty
is.
good.
It is. But it's
I
also
love Deshaun. I've
but
been
it's also
counting his name
inconsistent.
all off season. So,
but it's also inconsistent. I mean, if you look at Deshaun Jackson, it's 150 yards, 35. 120 yards, 2 touchdowns, 40 yards.
unless it's week 1, 8 for 154 and 2,
Dude,
very John Ross like. Very John Ross.
Are you buying Deshaun this
Yes,
right now?
I've been preaching his name all offseason because I knew that Carson Wentz could get him the ball, and I knew that Eagles offense, Deshaun would get open. You can't account for Alshon Jeffrey, Travis Kelce, Nelson Aguilar. I know is not
Travis
that big
Kelce's
of a
not
name.
on the team.
Not Travis Kelce, Zach
Ertz.
Ertz. I'm sorry. Nelson Aguilar is still
Viable.
viable, yeah.
As a
And
real NFL player, not as fantasy.
I know he didn't do anything game 1, but J.J. Arcega-Whiteside is there. That team has weapons. Dallas Goedert, like Deshaun Jackson is going to get more wide open looks than he has in quite a while. So I've been loving Deshaun all off season, and yeah, regardless of age, I'm buying. So John Ross keeps it up, I might buy, but the price will be too high by that time. I'm sure.
I mean, he's older. His game is speed. But I hate the inconsistencies. The downside is it feels like every time you play one of the speed guys, they kill you when you're playing against him. But every time you're like, all right, I'm gonna trade for him, put him in my lineup, and he lays an egg. I hate that. It's the Eli Manning effect.
So you're a fan, Hollywood Brown, Marquise Brown. Are you buying? Because he's the same kind of
He
player.
is not though. He's not just a deep threat guy.
He's not.
Did you watch the game or any of the game?
I mean,
He
he
took-
had
he
4
took it-
receptions
he-
for 147. How many short
One of them, I
third down
think, was
conversions
I
did
think
he
one of them
make?
was a screen.
it was a short pass that he
He
just
took a
to the
screen
house.
and then
You
a
could
short slant route.
do that with John Ross and Deshaun Jackson.
I give me Hollywood Brown.
Okay. Hux,
Out of the 3, I guess.
you want to win right now. You've got a team that could win right now. Which guy are you adding?
I think D-Jax is the most consistent of the 3 this year. So I guess Jackson. If I think I can win this year.
I'm playing keeper football, and I still want Hollywood Brown.
So,
I don't think that the gap between them. I think John Ross will finish in a distant third between those two. Or behind those two, excuse me.
Marcus Mariota, is he going to be able to keep the starting job? Yeah, he had a good game. We'll give him that. Mariota had a decent game. Corey Davis, is it time to? Well, I know that's a quick transition. Real quick, Marcus Mariota, is he still going to be benched at some point?
Yes.
No.
I think he will. I think Mariota will still be benched. Corey Davis, is it time to cut bait and get whatever you can, or simply cut bait?
No, you don't cut bait. I mean, you could trade him, but I'm not sure what you're going to get for him now. But I think he's still worth a roster spot.
Goose egg's a very terrible thing to lay.
Part of the knock, whenever we were talking about the incoming rookies, and bringing in A.J. Brown, he's just something that they haven't had. It's a great route runner. And, I mean, 3 catches for 100 yards, how do you get 3 catches for 100 yards and not get a touchdown is a question.
Yeah.
He was only targeted 4 times. I mean, Corey Davis targeted 3 times. What happened this week against the Browns is not going to consistently happen.
No, I agree.
I think Corey Davis, am I cutting him? No, but I'm going to try to trade him while he still has a glimmer of value. Because if A.J. Brown takes over the lead spot in this offense, which he should and he will, it's going to be the A.J. Brown show. A.J. Brown could be a viable number one receiver. Corey Davis is going to be relegated to a number two role. A number two role with Marcus Mariota throwing you the football? No, I'll pass.
Corey Davis seemed like such a can't-miss prospect, too. I mean, he ran good routes, tall, powerful, fast. I mean, everything you want in a wide receiver. And maybe it's not just Mariota. Maybe Mariota needed better receivers. Just talking possibilities.
I tend to disagree.
I'll be interested to see here in probably 2 years when Corey Davis is able to leave. I'll be interested to see him somewhere else. But I think he is pretty talented. To
me, Corey Davis and Cortland Sutton coming out were basically the same guy. A couple years apart.
Sutton looked good.
And Sutton looked real good.
People let him fall in drafts way too far.
Sutton looked awesome. Corey Davis looked like garbage. He's never going to be a 1,000-yard receiver.
Let's move down the list. Gardner Minshew. Him and Malcolm Brown. We'll talk about both of them. Hot pickups on the waiver wires, among others. But Malcolm Brown gets basically half the work.
I think he had more carries.
I think he was 14 to Gurley's 15 on carries.
I think you might be right, but I could have swore.
I'll fact check it. But yeah. So Gardner Minshew looked freaking great.
Listen, I'm buying. I put a waiver claim in on Gardner Minshew in every league I was in.
I did too.
I think I won him in every league or damn near every league.
Except for EFC.
I didn't win him in EFC?
No, he's mine.
You must have went
18.
Okay. I went 10.
18. Neil went 15.
I think I went 13.
I knew someone would go 15, so I
may have went 15.
I'll jump at 18. But Gardner Minshew looked good, and the dude has a mustache. I had to have him on my team. Yeah, he has the mustache. The mustache and the mullet's back.
It wouldn't be the first time that a non-first-round quarterback ended up being a viable fantasy starter.
No. And he didn't, rock the world. He threw for 275, 2 touchdowns. He did have a pick, but he was 22 of 25. That's the biggest stat line here to me. 22 of 25.
And he made the receivers look good.
Yeah.
DJ Chark. DJ Chark looked good. Dede would look good. Day.
Chris Conley.
Even though he should have had. Yeah,
Conley looked good.
Yeah.
That's another name we talked about a lot in the offseason. Gardner Minshew made 3 guys look relevant in the Jaguars offense. There hasn't been a quarterback.
Jaguars.
There hasn't been a quarterback since Mark Brunell that made 2 guys relevant. This guy made 3. I'm not saying that he's the second coming. I'm not saying he's going to be great, but he's no doubt about it worth the risk because. Are you going to take your free agent budget with you at the end of the year?
Nope. That's why I spend mine. I spend mine every year. That was me flipping dollars, by the way.
Okay.
Spend it every year. Minshew.
What the hell? He's a waiver claim. You know what I mean? Something like just waiver claim.
What about Malcolm Brown? It's obvious that Malcolm Brown, at least for the foreseeable future, is going to be the guy that's in the committee with Todd Gurley. I spent a hefty chunk on him as well. There was someone on Twitter. I wish they would holler it out. Someone I saw on Twitter said, which we all throw hot takes out there, but someone on Twitter said Malcolm Brown finishes 2019 as an RB2. And I thought, well, that's an interesting take because Darrell Henderson, you got that new hotness, that nice rookie sheen on him. I thought Darrell Henderson might be the guy to get the carries, but it's Malcolm Brown.
I threw out some small bids on Malcolm Brown. I'm not a believer, but hell, he's worth throwing out.
Got to take your shots.
If you have, like me in one league, I've got Riley Ridley. Just because I didn't cut him, wasn't one of the worst players I had. So I'm like,
it's a pretty bad team.
It's a pretty good team actually. But as you're cutting down, you're like, I'll take a chance on this rookie rather than this older guy who already sucks.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, hell, added Malcolm Brown, drop Riley Ridley. You've got a player on your team that probably isn't going to pan out, but you like him.
Yeah,
it's definitely worth the risk to get the a committee guy in one of the best offenses in the game.
So, speaking of the Rams, what do you do with Todd Gurley? Are you scared?
No. I mean,
is this what you expected?
Yeah, this is what I expected. I expected the carries to be cut and him to produce on what carries he did get. So,
did you expect them to give the goal line touches to Malcolm Brown?
No, I did not expect that. but that's one of those things that could change week to week, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I mean, we could see Gurley with 2 touchdowns and Malcolm Brown be the guy that has 12 carries for 56 yards next week. Like, it's a risky proposition either way, but the reason you spend a little bit on Malcolm Brown is in the off chance that Todd Gurley hurts his knee. Then you have a league winner.
Oh,
And I'm not saying Malcolm Brown's some kind of special talent. I mean,
James Conner.
bring
It's another James Conner.
bring Peyton Hillis back off the street, put him in a Rams uniform, and you probably got a league winner. I mean, it's an offense that will make a back look good even if they're not uber talented. So to me, it's a worthwhile purchase.
And this becomes another, hey, Melvin Gordon, probably not getting the money you wanted.
No, not if guys like Malcolm Brown, Rojo looked a little better. I don't know what he's looking like tonight.
75 yards the other night. So far tonight, he's not doing so hot.
Not doing so hot, but I mean, still, the league is showing that, we're going to pay the Zekes of the world, yeah, but we're probably going to stop there. We're probably going to stop there. We don't need high-end running backs when we can take running backs and make them look good if we got a high-end offense.
I mean, is this just an odd overpowering of talent right now with the running back position? Is that what it is? There's just that many guys that are just really good, and we don't see it because we are so used to stars.
Well, you got team stuff too. I mean, LaShawn McCoy looked like he had plenty left in the tank last week at KC, or not at KC, but for KC.
Yeah.
I mean, he still looked like he had it.
Yeah, that's a full-blown committee now there.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely. And I still like Damian Williams because I think he's the passing down back. So I still like Damian Williams. He's kind of
they're interchangeable. I mean, they both do both roles. So
right. But I just think they'll conserve LaShawn McCoy a little more because he's a little older. They'll give him 10 to 15 carries a game. I'm not worried about that, but I don't know if I expect to see him catch many passes. I think they'll try to limit his work to like 15 to 20 touches a game total. So
that's a lot.
It is, but it's
I mean, Jamal Charles was a top 3 running back with 15 touches a game.
No, I get that, but I mean, people
In the
are
same
probably
offense.
expecting LaShawn McCoy to be startable, and he could be, but LaShawn McCoy on 15 total touches, let's say he gets 12 carries, 3 receptions, that's not that exciting from a fantasy standpoint.
All right.
Damian Williams probably going to catch 5 balls every week and get 15 to 20 carries.
I'm staying away from both of them, though.
I still like Damian.
I'm going to try to sell, but I think they just cannibalize each other's value.
Damian's going to catch passes. I'm okay with that.
So, literally what LaShawn McCoy's known for, though.
But he's not going to – it's not his game anymore. He's not going to be that guy anymore.
Well, he certainly ain't a bruiser. What the hell's he doing?
They're going to give him the ball whenever they don't give it to Damian Williams, which is going to be 10 to 15 times.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm interested to
team
see this
gets
week
up-
against the Raiders because they're going to be up.
Are they?
Expected to be up.
The team gets up on you,
mean-
and then they can hand the ball off more. That's what
I
Patrick
need to
Mahomes
talk
does.
to Barker about this because I can't talk to a Raiders fan about this.
Here,
No,
I'm
no,
muted.
no.
I got you. I got you.
I think they're going to be up.
I mean,
I think they're going to be up, but I don't know if they're going to, blow them out.
They'll blow them out.
I think they'll double-digit win.
Yeah.
The spread's 7, which kind of surprised me, but
That's a touchdown and a field goal. I mean, that's not a blowout.
I think they're going to be winning the game
Handily.
Yeah, they're not. It's not going to be in question. I don't think.
Right.
But I'm interested to see what they do with the carries in a game where they're up. I mean, I guess they were up by a good bit with Jacksonville, but that game didn't feel out of hand the whole time. I thought Jacksonville could make a run there for a little bit.
Well, I will tell you right now, I'm more comfortable in the Raiders team as a whole than Jacksonville as a whole.
I don't agree.
What would you rather have on Jacksonville? Their number 2 receiver?
I'd rather have the receiving core as a whole.
All right. What about the tight end? I think you're going to take Darren Waller.
Yeah, Waller looked good.
And
I mean,
I'll take Josh Jacobs over Leonard Fournette.
yeah,
Give me Derek Carr over Gardner Minshew.
I don't know. Minshew looked good.
Minshew did look good,
Carr's a
but
bum.
he's not a bum.
And I'll take Jacksonville's defense.
I don't know. I will say I'm not sure that that Denver's as bad as they looked. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not sure they're as bad as they look. Raiders have revamped that defense pretty good.
Yeah,
You know, Adam Farrell, the linebackers they've got now.
They panned out.
If they can all stay healthy and not suspended.
I don't know.
All right. What about Darren Waller? You a buyer?
Yes. Thank you.
Will you turn that AC on?
Oh, it's got to fire.
I'm looking at the MyBookie thing.
We got to get into picks soon.
If anybody's still watching us.
Oh, I forgot about that. I'm going to need to step outside for a minute. Do me a favor, Hux.
Yeah, what up?
Go over there and grab the mouse and click stop stream.
No, keep the stream. Hell, what's a hurt? You want to talk shit about somebody?
Maybe. Hold on.
Well, my thinking is stop that stream to the very right. I don't know if you see it or not.